Once again, new video from Officer Sweet Chuck on YouTube. This is the title of this video. I really don't have a title yet, more than it's just a statement. Once again, kind of going into the whole Black Lives Matter fiasco, the lie, the deception, the overall just tomfoolery that this whole movement even means. 45 deaths in Baltimore last month alone. 45 deaths in Baltimore. Black on black crimes. 200 people shot, not killed. No marches. It's really starting to kind of get comical. You got to understand, people aren't going to really. A lot of people say that the average American or average person, or let me move this back a little bit. They say that the average American, average voter or whatever, is stupid or not a smart person. But the average person is smart enough to kind of see the hypocrisy in this. The average black person is really not, apparently, smart enough to see the hypocrisy in this. The average black person isn't apparently smart enough to see the media and how it plays black people in situations like this. How are you not able to see that the media only shows up to shine light or get justice when it's a white cop or a white person shooting someone black? If it's black on black crime, business as usual, governor. When it's black on white crime, which happens a whole lot, all business as usual, governor. Once again, I don't really understand how people are not able to see this. They're gunning each other down in the streets. 45 people in 1 month. I'm not a math major, so I'm not even going to say, or not try to do the math, which I probably should have when I'm getting ready for a video. Anyway, say how many people that is in a year. It's a lot of people in a year. But yet, one cop in Connecticut, which rightfully so, he should have been arrested. It doesn't really sound like that was justified shooting. Still, how are you not able to see this? How are black folks, the average black person? I know it's not everyone, because I see my YouTube, I see YouTube people, Quasi100, David Carroll, and some of the other people. I see that y'all are pointing this stuff out. So there are blacks that see it, black folks, black men that see it, and black women that see it and are able to understand what's going on, the hypocrisy, how this whole Black Lives Matter thing doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter as long, or black lives don't matter. And like I said, that whole Dylan Roof thing when he talked about the dogs, go read that incoherent bullcrap manifesto, but read the part about the dogs. When he wrote that about the dogs and how even black people, he made a correlation there that even black people feel like whites are superior to them. Because only when white people do stuff do we, the same things that we do, there's a problem. And it's another situation where I kind of say where you become what you hate. White folks that don't like blacks, they do the same thing. They're perfectly fine with white people, there are a lot, on welfare. They don't have a problem with that. But when black folks get welfare, suddenly it's a huge thing. It's the same thing. I don't think people seem to understand that racism is racism is racism. I don't think people seem to understand that, and you become exactly what you try to say that you hate the most. If you hate white people the most, you blame them for everything. Every single reason that you're not able to come up, or every single reason that you're not able to do this, or you're not able to do that, it's all because of racism. That's the problem. That's what it is. Drive it home, whatever. Okay. Now, when you're white and you hate blacks, or you're one of those poor white, well, you can't get ahead. I can't get ahead. It's this affirmative action. Black people are making them. It's always a problem. It's always someone else's problem. That's one of the biggest problems with racism, is personal responsibility. The biggest problem with racism is personal responsibility. Now, I speak from a black angle. I know people who want to sit up there and try to say I'm always drilling home on the black folks, but I'm black, and it kind of, and I can see that more, or I'm more in touch with that side because I am black. So I'm going to see it, and I would love to see the black race do better, not at the expense of another race. See, that's the other problem we've got. When you have a black power movement or a white power movement, it's always at the expense of someone else. If there's a Hispanic culture movement, brown power, I think they call it, movement, it's going to be at the expense of someone else. I don't understand how people don't see that. You can't be pro something, pro-black, pro, like feminist or whatever. You can't be pro-women and not be anti something else. You can't be. It's just not possible. So when you have these feminists talk about, well, women should be firefighters, women should be doing this, women should be doing that, you have to do it at the expense of someone else. Which sometimes when talking about firefighters, and you gotta, or any other profession, you have to lower that standard that the person can actually get in there, for the person to actually pass a test. I don't think test standards should be lower. I'm going off on a tangent, I know, but going back to the Baltimore thing, I'm gonna wrap this video up. 45 deaths in July. Not a word said on CNN, MSNBC, or any of these others. Of course, it's going to be, Fox brought it out. But of course, you know what these Negroes going to say when Fox brings something out. When Fox brings it out, they're going to say that's because they racist. They racist. They racist. That's what they're going to say. It's not racism. It's just plain facts. See, once again, like I've said in other videos, the way that you can, we can't change what racist or people that, or white folks or Hispanics, we can't change the way the ones that don't like us anyway, we can't change the way they think. But what we can do is we can make them say, just like the Orientals, Asians, or whatever, it's the same thing. They might not like them, but they have to respect them because they know that they excel and they pass and they have their stuff together. They know that. So while they can try to say, I hate, I don't like, or I do, they can't, they gotta respect them. See, the thing is that we're not giving anyone anything to respect. Our whole culture, we're not giving them anything, no one anything to respect. Because we're doing exactly what they already think we do. Whose fault is that? It's not the white boogeyman in the bush. It's not his fault. All that is looking in that mirror. Or you can look in that mirror, or you can do like I do in this video, and you can turn that front facing camera on your phone or on your camera. You can do it. You can turn that front facing camera on, and you can see exactly who's to blame on why a lot of people see us the way they do. You can be an exception to the rule. I feel as if I'm an exception to the rule. There's plenty of black folks doing the right things, trying to excelling. at different things. Be known for something more than the stereotypes. And that kind of brings me on the whole other thing. That's subject for another video. That's subject for another video. I'll get that going, and I'll bring y'all that. But the main thing of this video, 45 killings. Black Lives Matter. As long as the person doing the shooting is white.